I have done a lot of online shopping this past week, buying plants and plant accessories, and I figured why not make my financial loss your gain by filming a mega unboxing video showing you everything I've gotten. So that is exactly what we are going to do today. I have a box of plants right here. I have another one coming later on today. I have some plant accessories coming this weekend, and then early next week I have another box of plants and accessories coming. So we're going to open all of them. Sounds fun, right? I hope so. Anyway, this first box is a couple of plants that I ordered from one of my places to buy plants from online, Gabriella Plants. Of course, I will leave a link in my description as well as a discount code Phillyfoliage that you can use to save yourself, I think, either 10 or 15% off. I should know that. Either one of those is a good deal for you to save some money on plants, especially if you see something that you like here. And I feel like I should mention that everything I'm unboxing today, I did purchase myself. There is no advertisement here. I just ordered a lot of stuff and I just want to share it with you. Oh my god, a sticker! How fun. So I ordered 4 plants because there was a special that if you ordered 4 plants, you got like 15% off. So I did that. You can of course just use my code and help me out. Thank you so much. Earn some of that money back that I spent here. There was one thing in specific that caught my eye that I was like, I have to buy that. I've always wanted to grow that. The sale did make it easier for me to consider buying a couple more plants that maybe I didn't necessarily need, but that I wanted. Anyway, they, as always, give you a bunch of things telling you how to take care of your plants and a thank you card and whatnot. And our plants are inside the box right here. Oh, I love the sticker that says, smile, you've got plants, or something like that. They package them really well. I really like the cardboard tubes. I feel like more places should do this. It's just ingenious to have the plants arrive damage-free. Of course, some soil might be jostled around in transit. That's to be expected. Ooh. Starting off with a good one. This is the reason why I ordered from Gabriella Plants. I'm like admittedly a little nervous to grow this because I've grown a very similar plant and it didn't go very well multiple times. I mean, it held on for a couple of years, but I'm gonna try a little bit harder. It's so cute. So this is a Peperomia maculosa. Admittedly, it does look a little bit smaller, like half the size of the pictures that they showed online. I'm still happy with it though. This is a hard to get Peperomia. This is one that was like only really available in Europe for most of the time that I've been growing houseplants until recently, apparently. I tried growing Peperomia elongata a couple times, which has a very similar leaf to this, slightly different right now as this is a little bit younger. It looks pretty similar, but this one does get like more pronounced like silver veins on the leaves. And I think the leaves do get like a little bit wider while the Peperomia elongata, as the name suggests, grows more long and lengthy and like tongue-like. But this is adorable. I'm excited to watch it grow. I do wish it was like slightly bigger because it was $30 for a Peperomia. Is a little bit expensive, but I'm still happy with it because it came in very good condition. So yeah. Kisses. I'm definitely gonna put it somewhere close to my windows. My windows are large and they are south and west facing, but they are like UV treated and like tinted on the outside. So I have noticed that my plants aren't getting sunburn, even in the south facing windows, which is amazing. I thought that was gonna be an issue moving here, but we've been so far so good. So I'm gonna not put it right in the window yet because most nurseries grow their plants like under shade cloths and stuff. So I don't wanna just subject it to bright direct light immediately, but we can slowly ease it in. So this, I will tell you before I open it, is a plant that I tried growing before. It's extremely slow growing and it did nothing for me but just slowly lose leaves and die. But this is a genus of plants that is very easy to grow, notoriously. So I'm trying it again. I saw it was available. I was able to save a little bit of money on it with the discount and I was like, let's do it. It's adorable. It's a Scindapsus treubii dark form. So the treubii moonlight is the one that is, oops. Gotta be more careful, Nicholas, pulling it out of the planter. Oh gosh, I really did just kind of just pull that out of the soil there. It's okay. But yeah, the treubii moonlight is much more prevalent. You can find it at like big box stores lately for a really good price, but the dark form has still been like really elusive. So I saw they had it. I think this was also $30. So not necessarily cheap for the size plant you're getting. Plus it's extremely slow growing. I don't know what I was thinking. I just wanted to try it again. Sue me. It might not be for everybody, but I'm excited to try growing it again. I'm gonna give it better conditions than I gave it last time. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I know people come to me for advice, but like, I know nothing. I'm always learning, and that's a good thing, I guess. But like, I would so often just get plants and just put them somewhere that they looked nice, even though I know that's not how it works, and just do it anyway because I wanted to. I'm learning. All right, what's this one? Oh, there is no tag on the outside of this one, so it's a surprise. I kind of like it that way. Okay, so backstory before I open this. I'm pretty sure this is the plant. I saw this plant at Longwood Gardens years ago, 5, 6 years ago. They're the huge giant specimen. I was obsessed with it. I was like, I need this plant in my home. At the time, it wasn't readily available, or if it was available, it probably was like $300+. The plant market has changed since then. And I saw it was available on Gabriella Plants, and I thought, let's give it a go. I don't know if I'm opening this right. I'm just like ripping these open. It's fine. I think they tell you to like pull it down, but the world is your oyster. So this is a Philodendron orthomatophyllum Xanadu Aurea. So this is like the lemon lime version of the Philodendron Xanadu or the Thematophyllum Xanadu, whatever you want to call it. I am fine with whatever. This is beautiful. In fact, I just saw a Philodendron Xanadu. I was at a plant nursery a couple weeks ago and I was like, that is so pretty. Like, I want to bring that home, but like, I don't need it. I need this. And I feel like this is gonna grow really, really well in our bedroom since it does have a lot of light, and these Thematophyllum philodendrons are known for requiring brighter light than most other philodendrons, or at least handling it a lot better. In my experience, the like Philodendron hope or the Thematophyllum bipronatophytum, whatever you wanna call it, it needs direct light in order to thrive. I couldn't get that plant to grow good looking new leaves until I was putting it in a south-facing window. I'm gonna be more careful with the fluff this time. But this is a really nice specimen. I think so far out of the 3 plants I've gotten, this one looked exactly like the photos. This one looks bigger than the photos on the website. And this one does look a little bit smaller. Maybe it's just the last few. It's fine, it's gonna grow, I hope. Like I said, my experience with Peperomia is similar to that. It was not great, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm thinking. Somebody needs to check on me. I'm kidding, I'm fine. Anyway, I'm really excited to watch this grow. I think I'm gonna put this on the dresser in our bedroom. I think it'll look really good there. It's gonna get some really good light right there. I also have one of my aspect lights from Soltech sitting right next to that, so that's going to help out as well. Oh, okay, I was trying to think, what else did I order? I remember. I have like a vision for a terrarium with this houseplant. I've been growing a lot of plants in my greenhouse cabinet, and that's a lot of fun. I did try growing a plant in this genus in the greenhouse cabinet. It very quickly died. I didn't do my research, but everyone commented on my YouTube video saying that it was a horrible idea putting that thing in there and it's gonna die, and it did. You were all right. I appreciate you for looking out for me. But I was thinking I could try growing this in one of my like glass cloches that I have, and I just want to try growing these plants because I think they're so cool every time I see them. I can already see through this mesh bagging situation, this is a lot bigger than it looked in the photos. Jeez, oh my gosh, this makes up for this guy being a little bit smaller because this is like 3 times the size than it looked in the photos. Maybe I need to get a bigger terrarium for this. This is a Sarracenia, I forget the name of it. It's a Sarracenia purpurea subspecies venosa. Love the name. My God, this thing is really tightly wrapped up. I'm struggling at the moment. I guess they just really don't want this drying out during shipping. That's probably my assumption. But that is just a really gorgeous specimen. I'm really excited to try growing these. If I should not be putting it inside a terrarium like cloche like I was saying doing, let me know. Like I said, I know nothing. I'm always learning. But I'm having a moment with carnivorous plants lately. I just kind of, again, I'm appreciating them because I've been putting them inside my greenhouse cabinet where I never actually tried growing them before. Am I growing them successfully? No, I ordered some carnivorous plants. I actually filmed an unboxing of them and it took me too long to edit it, where by the time I was gonna sit around and edit it, they all actually died in the greenhouse cabinet. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna show you now because they're all dead. So I don't have anything to update you on. But yeah, I really love these plants. Let me tell you how much each of them costs. I think I told you the maculosa and the Scindapsus treubii dark form were both $30. This Thematophyllum or Philodendron Xanadu Aurea was $19.99 or $20. And the carnivorous plant here was $14.99. $15. And shipping was $14, so I did spend about $95 on this in total. Was it worth it? Yeah, I really do think it is, because each one of these 3 plants in specific, I don't really know anything about this guy, the carnivorous plant here, but all of these plants right here, one of them alone would have cost that amount. just a couple of years ago. Specifically, this guy, the Philodendron, and the Scindapsus treubii dark form. This guy just wasn't even available. So it would have cost like a lot of money to get a phytosanitary certificate or whatnot. So that's my way of kind of justifying it. But I do think these are very good prices for these. But my discount code will definitely help you a little bit more. So definitely consider using that. But that is everything that is in this box here from Gabriella Plants. So I will see you again when my next box gets here. All right, I have another box. This one is a lot bigger than the last one. It's like at least double the size of the box that we just opened a couple hours ago, or for you, I guess, moments ago. But let's see what's in here. I'm already a little bit overwhelmed. This is from Canopy Plants. I do not have a discount code with them, but of course I will share a link in my description. Although last time I checked, this plant was not in stock on the website, but it was still on the website. But backstory about this plant. Of course I have a backstory. I go to the Philadelphia Flower Show every year. I've done videos about it here on my YouTube channel. It's one of my favorite things that happens here in Philadelphia. And my favorite part of the show is the plant competition where people submit their plants to be judged by, I don't know who, but some group of people who judge the plants. And I always take some pictures of the plants that I think are really cool that I want to remember for later. And there's this picture of this one plant that always pops up on my phone whenever I like scroll to the left, I guess, from the home screen. There's always like a recommended picture on my iPhone, and this picture pops up all the time. I'm not gonna show you the picture yet, but I'll show you it soon because it's gonna ruin the surprise. But I see this plant all the time and I'm like, ooh, that's so cool. I want that plant, but I've never really sought it out, or I've always seen it for like really expensive. I think even on Gabriella Plants, this was like $50 for a much smaller plant, which no shade, that's still a good price for this plant. But I just found this for an insane deal, in my opinion, in a 6-inch pot, which clearly from the size of this box, it's a decent sized plant. And while I don't have a discount code, I did like get a discount on this by like, I think it was like my first time order, or there was like subscribing to like their newsfeed, I don't know. But like, I think I got like 15% off, or at least 10% off. So that made it even cheaper, which was amazing. I paid less than $50 for this, including shipping. So it was like 30 something without the shipping. Yeah. Anyway, they use these packing peanuts that are like biodegradable. I think they're made of potato starch. I think you could technically eat them. I probably wouldn't recommend it, especially since there's like soil bits on it. You could if you really wanted to. I think I'm just gonna like prop it up. Oh, we're gonna make a mess. Let's see if I can not make a mess. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job. And let's just move this to the floor. I'm peeking. It looks nice. I'm just gonna rip it. This is really healthy. So this is a Monstera. I haven't gotten a new Monstera in forever. It's a Monstera Burle Marx Flame, I'm pretty sure is the name. So it's still a little young. I was expecting the plant to look like this, by the way, but in the picture, there was a picture of a leaf that had like a slightly more mature leaf where it gets the splits in the leaves. I'm gonna include that picture now up here, maybe up here. I'm feeling up here better. Of the plant that I was talking about, or the picture of this plant that I took from the flower show that always shows up where I'm like, that plant is so cool. And the fact that this is already like as mature as it is right now compared to like the younger plants that I've seen more so sold online for, like I said, more money than this. This is near maturity. I don't want to grow it up a moss pole. That's the thing though. I really don't want to grow it up a moss pole. So I'm going to try everything in my power to not do that, because I am just sick of them. I feel like everyone else is feeling that way too. I don't know what's just like hit everybody. It's like a virus. We all got the virus of moss poles, and now the virus is gone. It's out of our system, and we don't want anything to do with them anymore. And I fully subscribe to that. I don't know why. I don't like moss poles. They just don't look good. Like, yeah, they don't look good. You could try to change my mind, but I don't think you can. So my plan is to grow this somewhere where the light is really, really good, so it doesn't require a pole, because the stem just gets so chunky that it's just able to like hold itself up. Very wishful thinking. I'm aware of that. So I think I'm gonna put this in the bedroom because there's those really good corner windows in there. I would like to get this like right up against the window. I wanna get like a new bench. We have a bench that's like the fabric bench, if that makes, or it's not fabric, it's like leather. It doesn't matter, but it's not like a wood material where I can just like set a plant on it. So I wanna replace that bench with like a wood bench so that I can put some plants on it. But A+ from Canopy Plant Co, I will definitely be ordering some more plants from them. I have some more things to unbox. This will be a little intermission from our live plants because these are planters or plant accessories, I guess in some cases, but plant containers in all cases. I ordered stuff from 2 separate places and I have like specific things in mind for all of these containers. This one right here is from Rejuvenation. I've never ordered from them before, but they had a planter that I thought would look really good for my my snake plant, my walking Sansevieria. I talked about it in a recent video. It's sitting up behind me above my IKEA greenhouse cabinet and it's been putting off some babies. Well, it put off a baby and then that baby's putting off babies. So it's like grandbabies and it's really exciting, but it needs a bigger planter because they're coming off the side of the planter and they're gonna shoot down roots and we need like a wide planter to put them in. So I went looking for something and I found this. Well, I'll show you it in a second. Oh, I like the way this is packaged. Just had a piece of cardboard in here. I open up the box and there it is. This is a little bit wider than I was thinking, but I think I still need a planter this wide because it's going to continue to grow. And those babies are babies right now, but they're gonna be as big as the mother plant before I know it. So this is probably my best bet. So it's just a simple dish planter. It's a dish planter. It does not have a drainage hole, but this plant, I rarely water it because it's a snake plant. I do like controlled waterings, if that makes sense. So I feel confident I can deal with this, or I could just drill a hole in the bottom if I really want to. I have the supplies to do so. I just kind of don't want to because then I'm gonna have to put like furniture things on the bottom and worry about water leaking out into the surface it's below. So I think I'm just gonna play it really safe. It was on sale, like half off. I forget how much I ended up spending, but with shipping, it was less than the original price. And it came in a couple different colors, but I think getting this in here and maybe just covering the surface with like some kind of desert sand or like akadama stones or just something that will look good as a top dressing will make this look like a work of art. Maybe not necessarily when I repot it, but a little bit more down the line. Ideally, I probably wanted something like an inch or 2 in diameter smaller, but this is just going to buy me a lot more time going forward. So I won't have to repot this plant for a while. And I think it's gonna look really good. The color of this, the just like cream white-ish color, is gonna look great with like the bluish green color that the Sansevieria pinguicula has. Okay, and then I ordered this stuff from Sprout Home, which is a small business in Chicago. They sell a lot of planters online. They sell plants, but I think you have to pick them up in store. But they're, which I can't do because I'm not anywhere near Chicago. But they have a lot of planters that they will ship, and they sell one of the brands that I really like, Running Pottery, which is a place in Washington and really just hard to get a hold of here in Philadelphia. You have to order them online. There's nowhere local that sells them, but they have them. So I decided to order one because we have, well, I'll get there. I'll show you and I'll talk about it when we get there. Lots of bubble wrap. Lots of bubble wrap. It's probably good. All right, so this one I can already tell is the planter. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So this is gorgeous, first of all. This is a hanging Brunning pottery planter. Ooh, oh, I love this. It's the perfect size. So we needed something a little bit bigger. We have a hanging plant in our bedroom and I have one of these in a smaller size. I have a couple of these in smaller size. They're in pretty much like an unglazed planter. There's like a little bit of glaze at the top, but it's a very neutral earthy tone. It just blends in way too much to the corner that it's in. So we need something that's gonna have a little bit more presence, and this is going to have more presence in that space. We still need to pick out a plant that we're gonna hang in here. I'm leaning towards something like a Monstera Adansonii, something that has a lot of character, that'll be like bushy up top but trail down. I'm kind of looking for something a little bit more interesting than just a standard pothos variety. The green from the Monstera Adansonii would fit really nicely in the corner, while the holes in the leaves would give it some character. So just a thought. We haven't decided on that yet. But I also got a terrarium. They had these really pretty like 2-piece glass terrariums that I need one. They came in 2 sizes. I got the larger one because I was worried if I got the smaller one, I was gonna regret it and want the larger one. And I'm not regretting that decision because I really like the size of this, but maybe I'll go ahead and order the smaller one because I think I would definitely use it as well. It's got a hole in the top, so it's not going to just be moldy and completely messy inside of here. This is honestly even just a tiny bit bigger than I was expecting in a good way because I wanted it to be bigger because of the amount of money it cost. I think it was like $50, maybe around that. So this is definitely worth the $50 seeing it in person. But now I kind of wanted to get the small size too because I kind of want it. I like the way this looks. I only really have like the glass cloches from IKEA and they're really nothing special, but this is going to really shake up my terrarium selection. I love that this has like the built-in planter, if you will. So I think I'm gonna do like a begonia in here and put some moss in here, some live moss, and just let it be like its own little ecosystem. Maybe get like a cute little rock or something. I don't know. I don't really have it planned out yet. I have like a rough vision in my mind of what I wanna do, but I won't really know how that goes until I do it. So yeah, this was just a quick little planter / terrarium intermission. Let's get back into unboxing more plants. I was expecting this to come in a couple days. I'm actually leaving to go to the beach in like 20 minutes and this box just came, so I'm like, I've gotta open it. I don't wanna just leave plants in here and insects. We'll get to that. So plants and accessories are in this box. This is from Josh's Frogs. No discount code, I'm sorry, but of course I'll leave a link in my description. And the plants from here are for like terrariums. So they're sold in like 2-inch pots. So they're really small, but they're really inexpensive. So I think it's worth it. Inside the box, this is what we have here. Some plants wrapped up in packing paper and some other accessories. So I ordered some live moss. This is going to go in the terrarium that I bought that I just unboxed in the last segment. And I also think I'm gonna use this in with that Sarracenia, the pitcher plant that I got from Gabriella Plants as like a little terrarium situation as well. So I thought this would be nice. So I'm gonna have to water this, moisten this before I go because it's still gonna live in there for the next couple of days. This is pretty insane. So I got dairy cow isopods because I keep isopods in my greenhouse cabinet behind me, but I haven't been really noticing them continue to live. That sounds awful, but they're just so small where I can't tell if they're actually alive or not. So I was like, let me order some bigger ones. There's plenty of room inside the cabinet for these to roam. And they are quite large. I can see one. Oh, it might be kind of scared now that I'm opening the container here. You can kind of see one hiding there, hopefully. Oh, wow. They're huge. So I'm just gonna like lightly dump this thing inside the cabinet and just let them roam free. I'm gonna put the lid on it back for now to make them feel a little bit more safe. But we have, I think I ordered 5, yeah, I ordered 5 plants from them. Most of these are gonna go inside the greenhouse cabinet, but some I have some other plans for. Oh, this is actually a decent size. So, oh, they're wrapped in plastic too. Maybe just this one is because this is a pitcher plant or a carnivorous plant and they do require some higher humidity settings. So this is a Nepenthes Rebecca Soper. I guess that's probably the botanist who like discovered it or hybridized it or something. I needed another one of these for my greenhouse cabinet. I killed both the pitcher. One of them is basically dead. The other one is still hanging on for dear life, but she just doesn't look healthy. So I don't know what I'm doing buying another one, but I want another one in there. I want this to work. I think I'm gonna replace the one that's higher up. Since this does have some nice red coloration to the leaves, it'll probably withstand the higher light a little bit better or probably actually appreciate those conditions. So that looks great. There's some tape over the pot, just keeping the soil in place. I think in this case, it's probably sphagnum moss. Sorry, these are gonna be sitting off screen. I didn't really have time to set up the table since I'm leaving. Oh, is there 5 in here or is there 4? There's 4 plants in here. I'm sorry, the moss was included in the list. Okay, so this one is a Platycerium veitchii, Lemoinei. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Just say it confidently and anybody will believe you. This is like the silver staghorn fern. I've been growing the one Netherlands staghorn fern, I think they commonly call it, like really well in my home for the last couple of years. So I'm ready to move on to another like staghorn fern. This guy definitely needs a drink. It seems to be like I mean, it looks fine. It's very healthy. It just is a little parched from going through the mail, I'm sure. So I'll give this guy a little drink before I go, but I'm gonna replace the elephant fern that I mistreated that thing. I did not care for it correctly. So I'm gonna do this some justice. I'm gonna put this on the mount that the elephant foot fern was in, and we're gonna not just hope for the best, we're going to do the best for this plant, because I would really like this to grow, but it's a very small plant, as you can see. But like I said, they sell small plants, and I know I'm getting a small plant when I buy plants from them, and I kind of like that. It gives you the joy of growing out the plant instead of the instant gratification. Oh my God. I said they were small plants, but I'm gonna take that back. This is huge. I had tried growing one of these inside my greenhouse cabinet and it didn't go very well. I don't know if it was my fault or if the plant's just really finicky, so once again, I don't know what I'm doing buying another one. This is a Begonia amphioxus. I was thinking of putting this inside that terrarium, the like 2-piece terrarium that I got from Sprout Home, so that I could actually give this plant the justice that it deserves. This one's huge though. Is it gonna even fit in there? Oh, maybe I will just put this inside the greenhouse cabinet and do something else in the terrarium. I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on because I'm on a time crunch, but this is a lot bigger than I was expecting. I think this was like $10 too. So it cost the same price as the one that I purchased, which was like a quarter of the size, if even less than that. And there is one more, can't even remember what it is. Oh wait, I remember. It is just a little teeny tiny baby Calathea lancifolia, a super young one, a starter plant, probably was basically a plug. I wanted a teeny tiny one because you can't usually find teeny tiny ones to put inside the greenhouse cabinet. I want to try a Calathea in there. It seems like the prime conditions to grow these plants. I suck at growing Calatheas, as most of us do. So I'm trying to have a redemption, if you will, and see what happens if I put one inside the greenhouse cabinet. Maybe before I know it's going to take over the whole thing, which would be kind of cool. But that is everything in the box here. Sorry I'm on such a time crunch with this unboxing, but this is the last wave of things I have coming in from my impulsive buying online. But I'm happy with all of these impulsive purchases. Ooh, I'm really excited about the staghorn fern. I've never tried growing a different staghorn other than the regular staghorn. And now that I finally have mastered that, I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to move on to some other ones. I know the elephant fern didn't go great, but let's pretend that didn't happen, okay? But just to recap, the things that I got from Josh's Frogs, I got the isopods, which there's a big one crawling. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. There's a huge one. Oh my God, it's so big. Gee, oh, it's gonna crawl out of the container. Okay. I got the Calathea lancifolia, the Begonia amphioxus, the Platycerium veitchii, and the Nepenthes Rebecca Soper, and of course, the live mood moss. Thank you so much for joining me on this unboxing adventure, this mega unboxing. Gotta cut it off here, but I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.